Yes!
There we go.
That was solid.
You want to try one? Good aim.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh my God!
William.
Initiating weekly entertainment brought to you by Extra Rad. Boys Meet Film will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enjoy.
Welcome to Boys Meet Film. My name's Michael, and these are my boys.
Will. Kellen.
And today, we are talking about a film called The Legend of Ochi, written and directed by Isaiah Saxon. This is his directorial debut. It stars Willem Dafoe. What's her name again? Sorry, guys. This was unintentionally another 420 podcast.
We've got Finn Wolfhard
Finn Wolfhard.
as Petro. We've got Helena Zengel
Helena Zengel.
as Yuri. And Emily Watson as Dasha.
Beautiful. I thought this was a fun little film. It's about a girl whose dad is hunting these ochi in the wilderness and has his own little cult of young incels following him with BB guns.
That's a good word.
Real guns.
Yeah.
Yes, but
not BB guns.
I was just imagining they had BB guns.
They
the
kind of
whole time,
seemed like BB guns until the sound effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until they started shooting
Sound
at
like
that
a
baby.
cannon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a fun little film. She has a connection with a baby Ochi and goes on a journey to find her mom and other stuff.
To bring the Ochi home.
Bring the Ochi home.
Yep.
That's my favorite slogan.
Bring our boys home.
Bring our Ochi home. What did you guys think about this movie? Initial thoughts?
I loved it.
Me too.
I thought it was so fun.
Me too.
It was beautiful. And it brought me like very nostalgia of like the Gremlins kind of movement, like very even the CG was like animatronic, and the way it was shot was very, I don't know, reminiscent of like movies I grew up on. I'm like, if you're a kid watching this right now, like you're so lucky. Like this is a good ass like staple movie. When you grow older, you're gonna be like, holy shit, I forgot about this movie. Like it's that movie for like kids right now.
Yeah, definitely. What would you say is a movie like that for you when you were a kid?
I'm just thinking back to like The Abominable Snowman and Rudolph, like
okay.
or like The Goonies. Kind of like The Goonies.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I never seen The Goonies.
Oh well.
What? Are you
I
serious?
know, yeah, I know.
Bro, what?
I had a horrible
Whatever.
childhood.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I had a
But
good
like,
childhood.
Yeah, the Gremlins, right? Or
Yeah, seen
Yeah,
Gremlins.
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely like Yoda in the original Star Wars.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I did say Baby Yoda in the text.
True,
H24,
true.
It looks like Baby Yoda.
You did
Kinda
mention
acts like-
Baby Yoda in the text chain.
Hmm.
What do you think, Kellen?
I can't believe this movie got made.
We're sitting on the edge of our seats right now. I can never tell anymore if Kellen is just having an anxiety attack or if he's just huffing and puffing because he hates the movie.
No, I didn't hate this movie. I thought, it was interesting, man. Like I don't know. I feel like that's the trouble with cinema nowadays. People just like expect movies to be like the best movie ever, and if it's not, then like it falls short,
Mm-hmm.
and it catches a lot of shade. This wasn't like the best movie ever, but it was still fun. There were a lot of really pretty shots.
Yeah.
That one shot in particular of like that mountain pass and that sort of like S curve in the road.
Oh, yeah. I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. You huffed really hard at that shot.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good huff.
It was a good huff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely a lot of nostalgia packed in there. Like I love seeing like actual puppetry and animatronics
Yeah.
in movies. Like you guys were mentioning like Yoda, but like I think of the Never Ending Story. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
also-
yeah, that's a good one.
Like
yeah.
the Dark Crystal. as well.
Never saw that, but yeah.
Also Labyrinth with David Bowie.
Trolls 2.
I don't know if I've seen Trolls 2.
I've never seen Trolls 2.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh my god. They're eating her. Then they're gonna eat me.
I've seen that clip. That's great.
I've never actually seen the movie, just that part. Poser. Sorry.
You call me a poser?
No, I'm a poser. I'm a poser. Fucking poser.
That's the funniest exchange, like, for movie nerds. Like, I've actually never seen it. Poser. Yeah, no, it was a fun movie. Like, yeah, we'll get into the spoilers a bit as to like why I can't believe it got made. But like, you know, I'm glad it did.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a really fun time. I do feel like the beginning just like stimulated me so freaking hard that I was just like, wow, like this is going to be amazing. And then it was so thoroughly good that it almost became like I became desensitized to how good it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every shot was so beautiful, and like everything was just like
better.
Gorgeous, and like the music was just so elegant, and like I don't know, I love the score in this movie. It was so whimsical.
It fits it so well.
But after like an hour of it, I would say the story was a little like slowly paced, you know? And so eventually, I mean, it's kind of a really simple A to B story.
Yeah,
you know?
I felt that way too, for sure.
And the real craft is in its technical achievements with like the puppetry, the score, the cinematography, like all that was just insane. But by the end, I kind of got like a little, not tired, but you know, just kind of like, okay.
I thought there was gonna be more to the story.
Yeah,
for sure. I thought there was gonna be, you know, some like weird places they ended up in, some challenges or something, but it was just kind of like, oh,
yeah,
we're there.
It was lofty, and it was like, it was a weird mix of sensational and not sensational. You know, it was sensational in the sense that there were these fantastical beasts roaming the countryside that were sucking the sheep dry. You know, and like they had to go out and like find them, and like a lot of the shots too, like you kind of got that like pastel sort of watercolor smudge in a lot of the backdrops.
Yeah,
which I had to look up because I like halfway through the movie I was like, is this like that sort of like nostalgia, like retro AI that they're using?
I know exactly.
It was confirmed. I had to look a few things up just now.
Okay.
No AI was used in this movie.
Wow.
I didn't
sick.
expect AI to be used in this movie.
There is
I can see what you're saying now.
Towards the end when they're on Ochi Island.
Spoiler.
Not a huge spoiler. Not a huge spoiler.
It wasn't an island either.
Oh yeah.
No,
I guess
like
it kind
a
of
valley.
I'm geographically incorrect.
It's like a hole.
I'm spreading misinformation about this movie.
Yeah, it's like
but
Ochi hole.
The peninsula.
The Ochi hole. Yeah. During that sequence, it was so beautiful, and the light was just rendered so beautifully on the scene that it really looked like that nostalgia AI. Like it looked like uncharacteristically perfect.
Can't believe they had ray tracing in this.
Yeah, what the hell? No, but that's cool. That's cool to know.
Yeah.
No AI. That's awesome.
And yeah, man, like there was a lot of like nostalgia injection in there too, like with the music.
Oh yeah.
You know, not the score necessarily. Kind of the score.
Oh, I would say the score too. It had some like really like old Hollywood influence on it.
100%.
Some like sweeping strings and
a lot of like wind instruments.
Yeah,
were used in this, which were cool.
Yeah,
given the well, I don't know. Maybe not the theme.
I get wet for a little flute.
Whoa!
You don't get. Kellen's always
there was
doing
a lot
this,
of like,
excuse me,
a lot of those like static kind of tighter shots that are like, I don't know, in the way they frame them, very reminiscent of nostalgic movies.
Yeah.
They really nailed the cinematography. It's like subtleties. I mean, other than the like super obvious kind of soft film they were using, but like the way they framed and lit stuff, like very contrasty composures and stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Do you guys think? I mean, well, to me, some of the blocking in a lot of the scenes felt kind of like Wes Anderson-ish.
oh yeah.
Like a little bit pastel.
The grocery store.
Yeah, the grocery store. Also, like there were some static shots of like characters standing on the mountain, just looking directly into camera. That felt very symmetrical, you know. And there's something about that style that's just like cozy, you know.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because I had the exact same thought. But when I was watching Legend of Ochi, it kind of made me think like, man, like if Wes Anderson just like slightly like got out of his comfort zone and like tried, this is going to come off completely wrong, tried a little bit harder.
Oh, dude.
No. I love Wes Anderson and I love his movies, but like every single movie now is very similar in its style. You know what I mean? If he broke out of that style, but still maintained some of the charm of that style, like the symmetry and the playful like camera movement, you know, and stuff like that.
I see what you're saying.
This to me felt like a Wes Anderson movie that like took itself slightly seriously. It was still idiosyncratic in like a different way. It kind of reminded me of like a Taika Waititi film and a Wes Anderson film like mixed together.
Yeah. You know, if this film was married with like Wes Anderson's dialogue and like character development, I think this would be a home run.
Yeah.
For me. But yeah.
It was already a home run for me.
I mean, yeah,
it was like so simple. I enjoyed it like all the way. I was like, this is really simple, but at the same time, I was like, I don't really care, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think it's a little predictable, but it was one of those movies that was just like refreshing. Like, just like a glass of lemonade on a hot summer day.
It was just good. And like, you didn't have to think too hard. You just kind of were like, yeah, go Baby Yoda, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a kind of like a bedtime story.
Yeah.
You know? Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking like towards the end, like this is my type of fairy tale movie. This is my favorite type of like fantasy.
Kind of like E.T.-ish, you know?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. Simple. The plot's simple, but
it had this like really like interesting style of like it was very Hobbit-ish in a way, you know, like the landscapes and everything, the little huts, but then there were like modern elements mixed with that, like cars and guns. You know,
Willem Dafoe had a sick ass truck.
Oh yeah, sick
big
truck and sick fucking gear.
Oh yeah, he came out
armor.
looking like he was from Dark Souls.
Full armor.
Yeah,
dude, it was cool. I mean, they kind of touched on that in the sort of prologue about like, you know, man's impression in nature. And I mean, that's kind of a lot of what this film is about, the relationship between man and nature. But I think seeing that in the environmental storytelling was cool. Honestly, like it reminded me of home in a way.
Is that where you grew up?
Yeah.
In like some
McCall
Russian mountains?
Oh, sorry, I just doxed you. We'll bleep that out.
Fuck. Was it Russia?
Yeah, it was Russia. Yeah.
You
mean in the movie?
In the movie, it wasn't Russian.
No, it was
in
like
Switzerland, right?
It was in the Black Sea.
Oh,
so
that's right.
It had like it was a Baltic state, but it was, you know, kind of like, you guys ever been to Alaska?
No. I'm so bad at geography. Where's that?
Like on the east side of Russia? Like Is that what you're saying? Like
Well, I
across
mean,
from
like
Alaska?
kind of like similar to how, islands are kind of sort of
Oh,
self-contained.
Yeah.
Small populations
yeah.
but functioning.
it kind of
um,
just seemed like a imaginary world, though. At the same time, well, obviously with the monkey like creatures.
Oh no, those
Yeah.
are real, dude.
No,
Yeah,
But like you're
that was
saying,
a documentary.
It's like super old, but at the same time, there's like a really nice grocery store down the road. Like
Yeah.
interesting.
It's a really charming mix of styles.
Mm-hmm. Also, maybe this is a cool parallel. Maybe it sucks what I'm about to say, but the elements of like American influence into this sort of Baltic state meshing, and like you decide for yourself how much more one is than the other, and that also parallels to like man and nature in a way.
Also, kind of like colonialism in a way. Lots of themes there that I was feeling, and especially it's really subtle, but like Willem Dafoe's character is kind of this symbol of power and religion, like government and religion mixing together, because he was kind of like religious in some aspect.
Oh yeah.
It was very subtle, but
he was on like this divine like
cleansing.
like countenance,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's a patriarchal figure through and through.
I mean, his boys just
him and the boys, his
hunting and
disciples.
fishing.
His goons.
Dude, man, I wish I had more time to prepare this. I hope I don't sound like an idiot. But
this guy went to college, so he's
let's hear it.
smart.
So, have you guys ever heard of Kubla Khan?
No,
I feel like I have, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is.
I'm just saying no, so you can explain it. I do know what it
I
is.
don't.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
Do you? Actually?
Yeah, actually, I took a GE in college about Kubla Khan, so go ahead.
Was that with your associate's degree?
Yes,
Okay.
2 associate's degrees, by the
my
way.
bad, my bad.
Basically a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
Hell yeah, man. You're so much smarter than me. Damn.
You can't out pretentious me, Mike. So let me mansplain Kubla Khan.
Yeah,
Okay,
please do.
please.
So Kubla Khan was written by Samuel Coleridge. Let me double check it. But this guy, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. I got it right here.
Damn.
Oh my god, this
So-
You
guy.
didn't even do anything on your screen.
I know.
Zoom into that.
It's his wallpaper.
Yeah.
So this guy, he was a poet from a long ass time ago, and the story behind Kubla Khan is it's this like epic part of a poem that like is kind of sets the tone of like Lord of the Rings. It begins all this crazy world building and like this epic story, of like forces and evil. The dude had this vision in his sleep of this whole world and this whole story like playing out that like allegedly interwove with like elements of the cosmos and like going out into space. We're talking like 1800s. This dude was like tripping out. He wakes up and it's like, fuck, I gotta write all this down.
Dude.
He writes like this poem and then like forgets the rest. And to this day, it's the greatest poem that was never written. And I'm gonna read it to you guys.
Sounds like everything I write.
Yeah, everything you write. It's like you waking up at 4 a.m. You're like, holy fuck, I gotta write that idea down that I just had. You look at it in the morning, you're like, what the fuck?
Mice eat ass too.
Eggs and bacon, lol.
Yeah. Yeah, it never makes sense.
But I'm going to read you this poem, and I'll tell you why right now, before I do.
Okay.
I think this movie was Kubla Khan, but
Okay.
they expanded on that and adapted it into a modernized version. All right.
Interesting.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. So twice 5 miles of fertile ground with walls and towers were girdled round, and there were gardens bright with sinuous rills, where blossomed many an incense-bearing tree. And here were forests ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. But oh, that deep romantic chasm which slanted down the green hill athwart a cedarn cover, a savage place, as holy and enchanted as ere beneath a waning moon was haunted by woman wailing for her demon lover. And from this chasm, with ceaseless turmoil seething, as if earth in fast, thick pants were breathing, a mighty fountain momently was forced, amid whose swift, half-intermitted burst, huge fragments, vaulted like rebounding hail, or chaffy grain beneath the thresher's flail. And mid these dancing rocks, at once and ever, it flung up momently the sacred river. 5 miles meandering with mazy motion, through wood and dale the sacred river ran, then reached the caverns measureless to man, and sank in tumult to a lifeless ocean. And mid this tumult, Kubla heard from far ancestral voices prophesying war. The shadow of the dome of pleasure floated midway on the waves, where was heard the mingled measure from the fountain in the caves. It was a miracle of rare device, a sunny pleasure dome with caves of ice.
How long is it?
I'm at the last.
Dude,
I'm at the last stanza.
You have been scrolling pages.
I'm at the last stanza. Relax.
Oh my god.
This is a short one,
This is a short one.
and there's more to come after this.
No.
A
You're
damsel-
getting cut off after
A
this.
damsel with a dulcimer in a vision once I saw. It was an Abyssian maid, and on her dulcimer she played.
Making Will cough.
Singing of Mount Abora, could I revive within me her symphony and song. To such a deep delight 'twould win me with that music loud and long. I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice, and all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware. His flashing eyes, his floating hair, weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honeydew hath fed, and drunk the milk of paradise.
So, for all the listeners listening right now that thought this was a review for The Legend of Ochi, we here at Boys Meet Film apologize. You are actually at Kellen's English Hour podcast.
This is my podcast now.
He's always trying to find a pocket to read a poem to us.
No, man. Think about it.
Think about it.
Think about it, man.
So this is a far stretch.
Yeah. Think about Willem Dafoe's character and the way he spoke. The way he spake.
It's the way you live your life. That's the way I imagine you think in your head.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But he had this like epic sort of narrative about him,
Mhm.
which I think he wanted more than anything to be that.
Mm.
But
And did
I
that
think-
relate to that poem in some
yeah,
way?
I think that
Okay.
might have been a nod to Kubla Khan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to actually listen to that poem when I'm editing this.
Oh, listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was hard to retain all that
Yeah,
information.
it just kept going, and it got funnier. as it
Yeah.
went
You know what's
because
funny with you, younger generations?
2 years younger.
This
That's
isn't
crazy.
even a very long poem. I'll be honest. Like this is on the shorter side.
I'm more of a haiku guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the ones where in school you had to write like a big letter and then you just wrote a poem and every
Oh.
line had to start with that letter. What is that called? Mr. Teacher?
I guess it'd be a form of alliteration.
Yep. Bingo.
Okay.
No, but I like where you're going with it.
Okay.
I do. I promise.
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. Well, write us a haiku right now about. Legend of
I don't know how to
Ochi.
write a haiku.
Yeah, you do.
There's- No, I don't.
Yeah, 5 syllables, then 7 syllables, and then 5.
Off the dome.
Off the dome, dude.
Come
You
on,
said
man.
you're the haiku man.
I said I enjoy haiku.
Dude,
I like when
every time we hang out, you're like, I'm the fucking haiku man, bro.
I've been cooking them up. Cooking them up in my sleep.
I wrote them down. I'm like, wait a second, that's not 5 syllables. What the hell?
No, but I think you're spot on as far as Willem Dafoe, like painting this narrative of himself and trying to what?
I don't know. Nothing, dude. Keep going. You're good.
So you're laughing at me just talking? I'm trying to reinforce your idea.
You're just like,
you read a whole ass poem, man.
After I read that poem, you're like, man, what a fucking loser. And then now you're like, no, it's okay. You're cool, man. You're cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We don't give each other shit ever. You ripped on my music taste for like 10 minutes last podcast.
Straight up.
Well, yeah, dude.
I'm going to rip on you for reading a poem on a podcast.
All right.
But I love you. And I love you for it.
Man, this is what
he is going to have to fast forward that part. It's going to go in like 2 speed as you read that.
I'm definitely doing the Saving Private Ryan like ears ringing thing. It's just gonna zoom in on our faces. No. But I got this sense, it's like male toxic masculinity, you know? He's a good representation of that, I feel, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He wants to harden himself, and because of that, he kind of pushes the people that he loves away from him, you know?
Yeah. And he is the antagonist in like an epic adventure story. I mean, we do get like, you know, some symbolism that might suggest that, like the poster in Yuri's room.
Yeah.
Right? Like the video game, like Hell Scorn or whatever. But then like below it says like, what did it say? Like destroy the father.
Destroy the father. Yeah. It's so metal.
In a way, like, especially at the end, we'll save that for spoilers, ladies and germs. Yeah, there were a lot of like opposing forces that come together for like a final battle. And in a way, they all connect and make one unified thing.
Little kumbaya moment at the end.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah. Who do you guys think this movie's for?
Me.
Yeah.
I think it's for anybody. It's for a general audience. Honestly, it's the intro you wouldn't really expect it to be. It was kind of weird. And then, if I had kids, I'd be bringing them to this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That is something that's cool about this movie. Like, if you're an adult, you could bring your kids to this and everybody could enjoy themselves.
Oh, yeah. There's, like, no gore. There's really no cursing.
You do kind of get a little bit of a dick imprint of Willem Dafoe's hog.
That's unavoidable. You're gonna have Willem Dafoe in a film. You're probably gonna.
Did I miss that,
imprint.
Dude? I think you missed that.
You weren't looking at his long johns when he stripped down to get into the river.
No.
Ever since I heard that fact that they had to give him a prosthetic penis in Antichrist because his dick was too big and it was too distracting to be on camera. Anytime I see him on screen, dude, I'm looking for the imprint.
Have you seen it? Have you actually seen it?
No, have you?
Yeah, I have.
What is it like?
It's not like.
Whoa. What is going on?
I'm kind of curious.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Like it's kind of a sleeper hog because like you look at it and you're like your first thoughts are like, oh, this has been hyped up. Like it's not like disgustingly massive, but the more you look at it. The more you realize, like, wow, actually, proportionately, that's like ridiculously big.
How many inches
Soft.
are we talking? Are you looking it up right now, Will?
Michael, I'm telling you, before you see it, soft. It's massive.
No. What are we talking about?
We're talking like soft.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Sorry, guys. Whoa. Is that soft?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The imprint in this movie didn't even do that justice.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
And you know that thing is only growing with age, like a fine wine.
It's just drooping lower and lower day by
Imagine
day.
the ball droop ratio.
Oh no.
Like when it catches up to that thing, it's
This video's gonna get flagged,
that's
man.
like a lethal weapon. What were we talking about?
I think this movie, I think a specific audience that would just fucking eat this movie up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the yogi community.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but the whole time I was just thinking, man, if there was like a yoga chick with some mommy issues, like this movie is their movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna be showing this movie to some girls that I definitely talk to. I talk to a lot of girls.
Hell yeah, Will. Let's fucking go, man. Yeah.
Be doing that sound in her ear.
Like,
What the fuck? Yeah. Well, you're Yuri in that film. Like, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Dude, I feel so stupid holding this mic this whole time and doing
Why do you
this the whole
Why
time
do you-
because I keep alternating of like doing this.
Why not just like
Well,
this?
no, because
Oh.
like the latch is there.
Oh,
We're a mess right now because we're
still
we're 2
recording,
boys
though.
down, 3 boys up. I was thinking that would be kind of a funny rating system for a movie.
2 boys down.
3 boys up.
Dude, that's really funny. That's some like Tim Heidecker shit.
Yeah.
We
everybody at the end that likes it just has a boner. Like,
all right, everyone who liked it, raise your make your vote.
it's like the opinion meter on it. Like as you discuss it, like
There's like a
down.
gauge. It's just the camera's just like moving up, following it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's
but then you
hilarious.
bring up the poem and it just kind of.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
I
man.
kid.
that'd be a really funny bit. Would be like as I'm reading this poem and you like look at Will and you're like doing this, like cut away, have like Will in like a different outfit, being the producer behind the camera, like just like watching this like retention gauge just drop. He like looks at you, he's like,
Yeah, we'll do that.
yeah, okay.
We'll make
We'll
it edit
CGI that in.
Yeah.
it.
Get a green screen.
But yeah, yogis with mommy issues, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this would be a great film to take your kids out to see. Fun for the whole family. Also, bonus points if you're like a nostalgia buff. If you're raised in the 90s, or I don't know, my generation, I guess. Bonus points as well. So, millennials, hop on it.
Who's he talking to right now?
I don't know.
He's just like talking to the wall.
The camera's over there.
Yeah.
What are you talking-
We're talking to each other right now, man.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought this was
No,
all
they're
about-
just flies on the wall. They're just
Oh.
flies right now.
Yeah, I thought this was all about me.
Oh, yeah.
This is between
You wanna read him a poem?
them right now.
I'll do one of those, what is it called? The like black edges. Why
A
can't I
vignette?
Yeah, vignette. I'll just vignette into Kellen.
Yeah.
Michael, you lost your funding. You
I
didn't hear
know.
from the
Yeah,
studio?
I better see these effects.
This is
Oh.
my podcast.
Oh.
You're my guest. And I'm letting you talk about movies. We're here to talk about romantic era poetry.
I want to have,
Oh.
I want to have laser eyes. The whole podcast. I want.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
We'll
you're going to have to
have
I
edit
want you
that
to
in
head track
since
me
it's your
for an hour.
podcast.
And give me laser eyes, or else I'm not giving you the memory card.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Michael, you're still on the payroll. It's just reversed now.
Oh, I pay you to edit.
You're
Yeah, you're
I
running my
edit it and I
gear.
pay you to
Yeah.
I'm just here because you needed my camera.
Okay, guys.
It's the whole reason I even came to
This
this
is
whole thing.
too much of a behind the scenes look right now.
You got a lot of editing ahead of you, buddy.
Yeah, I sure
The
do.
cardboard wall falls backwards. Like,
Man, I miss Max and Sean.
All right.
I'm
Why
just
don't we
kidding.
cut to our next scene?
cut to the ad.
All right. Let's get into spoilers.
This is a spoiler warning. Consider yourself warned.
Spoiler time.
Uh-oh.
Some fun little moments in here. What was a highlight for you, Kellen?
Ochi dies.
No. Not one Ochi dies in this movie.
Ochi
Yeah, you're
blows
right.
up the Pentagon.
Oh my God, turn on the TV! Ochi blew up the Pentagon!
I know that.
Turn on any channel!
That part of the movie really threw me. through
Yeah,
a
that was a
loop, dude.
weird pivot.
I did not see that coming,
No.
man.
Really weird ending. Yeah, when Ochi said Allahu Akbar and then blew up the
no.
Ochi Grove.
Oh no. I might have to say spoiler time again just for safety.
Yeah, we should just cut this.
Bleep it out.
We're not cutting this
Oh,
at all.
just
I'm
bleep
leaving
it.
all of this in.
Okay, we're just leaving it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing that?
yeah.
You're still mad that I got a bachelor's degree
Yes.
over your associates? Okay.
I'm so mad. My two associates.
Oh, sorry, your two associates.
My two associates. That's how you have to refer to me.
Okay, two associates.
Yes. How many associates do you have, Will?
None.
Just kidding.
How
Like
pedestrian.
half.
Good for you, man.
Thanks.
Did you go to a four-year college? Or
No, what?
did you go to community college?
No, I went to like auto shop college.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's why you're doing
And
cool
drop
shit
down.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah, no debt.
I like knew I wasn't going to college though from high school. I was like, that seems like a waste of money. No, I didn't go.
Yeah, I really
Other than
didn't.
community college. Community college fucks.
Community
really
college
didn't
is
wanna go.
sick.
Yeah, it's all right until you work at one.
Yeah, I'd hate to sink that.
Yeah,
one.
no, I just like
Yeah.
take classes on whatever for like a few $100.
Yeah,
Pretty
Oh, yeah.
dope.
yeah,
Not a few $100,000.
Yeah.
yeah. Very cost effective.
Yeah.
Kind of like the budget of this movie. They
Seems
was that
so.
a good segue?
Great.
Yeah,
segue.
yeah.
Keep it rolling.
Thanks, guys. No, this was a pretty low budget movie though, right?
It's
Should I
$10
guess?
million.
Oh, you didn't even let me guess.
Nope.
Uh,
I wouldn't have said 10.
I was too quick. I'm the fastest
They
budget
did
in the
a
West.
very, very good job.
yeah. I mean, I'm assuming they shot that on film. I don't think that was any like post processing or anything like that.
I didn't.
Well,
I could be.
maybe. I don't know.
It looked like film,
Yeah.
but it looked like old film.
Yeah, it reminded me of The Brutalist, which was shot on VistaVision, and I almost wonder if it was also shot on VistaVision because the colors were so rich, and like I don't feel like you can get colors that rich from.
There's also like a lot of flicker.
Mm-hmm.
Just had those really old, really soft. I mean, it could have been the lenses too. But
There
I
was
think the
also-
film was just really soft.
There was one sequence where there's definitely film noise, like it wasn't digital noise. Where like I think they tried their best coloring the footage, but it might have been a little underexposed or something.
What was that?
I don't even remember. It was
Oh.
like it was a very like quick moment, and it still looked awesome. But,
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely tell.
Like in the dark?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie, just like from a filmmaking perspective, really inspired me because just watching something so simple and effective that can take such a little amount of money and make something that feels so just huge, you know?
That's exactly why I was surprised this film got made.
Yeah.
Was because, like, I mean, I don't know. If you looked at this script, like, if you were just given this script, I don't, it's not gonna, like, I'm not gonna get that made, you know? Like, there's nothing like exceptionally spectacular that stands out from it. But that's the interesting thing about it to me is it's a tight script and it's solid.
Yeah.
It's like it's a little tropey in the end,
Sure.
you know. But like they had the story there. They had enough character development. They had like an entertaining enough narrative to carry us along. They had a fun little guy. Everybody loves a fun little guy.
Oh.
Dude, the fun little guy.
Yeah.
So fun.
So fucking
Yeah.
I did like
cute.
their little tie-ins with just talking about the bird at the beginning that like leaves and learns to fly with the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other tie back later in the movie where the mom realizes that she like said what she had just done. I was like, that was a really cool moment for me. I was like, that was a really clever like little, thing you just did there. Little theme.
I was almost mad about the way that they like hit us with that in the second half of the film. But then I was also like I wouldn't have caught that. Like if they hadn't explained that to me.
And then it's just like, no, take the voiceover again.
That was the first time I felt like a really dumb audience member.
Honestly,
maybe I am stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that speaks volumes about this movie. Like, 'cause it's not like exceptionally deep,
No.
right?
No.
But it's still deep enough to like invoke a feeling. And like when you take it for what it is, when you stop trying to expect it to be something more or maybe different, then you're in for a great ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And that's again going back to like cinema. I got a fun factoid for you guys.
Oh.
And it's not a poem.
Okay.
Oh, thank
All right. But going back to like the expectations of modern cinema, and why like a lot of movies like Legend of Ochi aren't being made, like original movies. We're seeing a lot of like reduxes of IP that has had success in the past. But I'm grateful for like films like Legend of Ochi right now.
Yeah.
So on Instagram earlier today, I scrolled past a sponsored ad for Legend of Ochi. That was like kind of like a blip of a trailer, and like get tickets, and like learn more.
Yeah.
It had 177 likes. Then I scrolled down to the video below that, and it was like a Clone Wars droid doing the banana bread meme. And that had 98,000 likes.
Yeah.
No.
And yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is that the state that we're in?
That to me was like, I was on the toilet. Remember this? I was looking at that and I was just like, okay, it's time to flush. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just see something so upsetting and you're like, I need to flush.
I'm
right
done
now."
shitting.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick though, the droid. Dude,
it was great. It was like,
Yeah.
they got banana bread at
Don't
work.
put one down to raise the other up, man. All art can exist with equal space.
You're right.
You're right. But, I think people nowadays, I don't know, man, like the theater tonight. Like it wasn't packed, it wasn't empty either.
Thank you
but-
for bringing that up.
Yeah.
There was a man at some midpoint through the movie that just started talking like normal.
I think he was on his phone.
He was on his
I
phone.
think he was on a phone
He was
call.
answered a
calling
call.
someone.
I think he picked up a call from his son and he was talking to him.
And
He's-
just stayed
he's-
there in his seat.
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, like, we're going to go see grandma. Like,
Yeah.
Is that what he said? I couldn't hear. I
It
was
was
like,
something about
I was like,
grandma.
is there somebody
Yeah.
else in the scene in the movie? Like, I was like, there's no way a guy is talking that loud. Like, you can whisper into your phone.
Yeah.
no.
Anyway, I've never had somebody talk at like room volume in a theater in the middle of a movie before.
It was insane.
it was
Like,
a
like
crazy
answer a
move.
phone call. Like that's
I like got a rush of adrenaline because like that never happened.
Yeah, we looked at each other
Yeah.
because I thought I was just hearing things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was jarring.
What
Yeah.
movie do you think it would have to be for you to vault over the seats and assault that man?
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking really violent things in my head while that was happening. I just kept like having this fantasy in my head where I
Yeah.
stand up and I
Yeah.
look at him and I'm just like, hey man, shut the fuck up, man. And then everyone in the theater just started clapping.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
You catch the eye of like a beautiful blonde woman. She's like,
She flashes you. Yeah.
"You're Michael Schnee, right? Heard a lot about you from your podcast."
Oh, no, dude.
And then you wake up and you go to write that idea down. "Oh, really good."
That was a really good one.
Really cool movie idea.
And then you write a,
Really cool
multi-paragraph
podcaster.
poem out of it.
Pretty woman claps, big tits.
No, yeah. And then there were some people to my back right that were like pushing, and I could feel it like move. I don't know. It was just,
Oh, were they pushing?
super
Were they
annoying.
pushing you?
no, not pushing me, but like anyway. I get really
They're
annoyed
pushing
at
your
movies if
buttons,
people
though.
are.
You mean the couple that were making out?
Is that what they were doing?
Ooh.
I thought I heard it.
Were you
Really?
just mad that it wasn't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
You're like,
Let me get a
that
little...
should have been my OTPHJ. No, I'm just busting your balls. I don't think they were making out, but I did hear them murmuring a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I thought I heard like kind of slurpy noises, but
Oh, Slurpee noises.
Is that why? Yeah, the guy
Dude.
it wasn't directed at you. He was just like,
Is that why? Is that why the mom walked out with their son during the movie?
it was a dad.
Oh, was it a dad?
It was a dad, but walked
That
out.
wasn't her son. It was the dad. Was he just like a
The
little?
dad
I was
person?
wondering
walked
why
out
they
with his
walked
2 little
out.
kids.
Oh,
I
it
was
was
like-
a dad. Okay.
maybe that wasn't the movie they were expecting, or
That was right at the end, though, when
yeah, it was very odd.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta say, like, I had a lot of fun in this movie and like all the love, but like the tropes at the end were. I was just laughing the whole time.
I thought the ending was good.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but I recognize exactly what you're saying. And I think this is part of the bigger discussion about where A24 lies right now. Because they're trying to be more
Yeah.
box office heavy. They're trying to put out hitters that compete, you know? I mean, they're obviously taking a Baby Yoda concept here, you know? And I don't know if they like produced this movie from the beginning or if they just bought it and are distributing it, but regardless, like the properties that they're interested in right now, they're trying to take a more commercial approach, and this felt like a more commercially inclined movie.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's so simple. Like, it doesn't have to be complex and thoughtful at the end. Like, as soon as Yuri's mom, like, in the end started running into the water,
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God.
Just like, I mean, maybe it wasn't a crash zoom, but in my mind it was a crash zoom where she's like playing the flute there.
Yeah,
You know? And it's like, oh, like, it's like a WWE intro.
Yeah, totally. It was a fucking cage match.
oh, she's in the corner with the flute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad
Well,
in
this is
any way, but it was, yeah,
There's
tropey.
one thing I actually want to ask you guys about.
Okay.
All right.
Go for it.
Do you think Willem Dafoe's character as the dad,
Mm-hmm.
do you think his shift to being more understanding of his daughter was too abrupt?
Oh, way too abrupt.
Yeah. Yes. I agree.
Mhm.
Especially given the circumstance in which he changes. Like the very
Oh, my
moment.
leg is crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he reaches out, he sees the little critter, the little fucking beings that he's been hunting like probably his whole life.
Yeah.
Ever
see-
since his wife, I think, had her accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he sees that little critter come up to him and immediately is just like, oh, like pets it
Yeah.
and has like this epiphany, this catharsis. And then from that point on, he's like, no, I'm on your side now.
Yeah.
It's all good. I get it.
Thinking
Yeah.
in hindsight, maybe it was kind of cooking with him, like that he wanted to rekindle his love with his wife, and that's kind of a representation. Like him hating those is him hating his wife as well. That's like why she left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Sure.
And I didn't click with me immediately, but now I'm like, oh, like they kept zooming in on that wooden hand,
Yeah.
and it's like that's what made him hate that, and probably what drove them apart.
Yeah.
Because it was probably like the same as the daughter. She was like, it's no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, what I will say is their family is very susceptible. How do you say that word?
Susceptible?
The family's very delectable.
Anyways,
It's a delicious family.
they all have something that happens to their limbs in this movie.
Oh, dude.
They're an unlucky family as far as their limbs are concerned.
That's literally the theme of the movie is loss.
Limb loss.
Nope.
But nobody's
I mean-
lost in the movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe not dead, but like
Oh, yeah.
loss, like the father lost his wife, and that, as we could see, left an impression on him.
Oh, yeah.
The daughter lost her mother
Mhm.
and resented her father for it, and in a way lost both parents.
Yeah.
The
And
mother
he lost his daughter.
lost her hand, limb lost,
And her family.
Limb
and also her family, and also became a recluse. She lost her connection to man.
Yeah.
The Baby Yoda, Baby
Yeah.
Ochi,
Ochi.
Yeah.
lost his mommy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the mommy lost Baby
The
Ochi.
little Ochi.
There's a lot of pieces missing, right?
Yeah.
Surrounding a family element. And I think what it's trying to tell us is that, like, unity in the end, like getting past conflicting beliefs, you know, this divisiveness among all these characters ultimately results in this beautiful harmony. And I think in today's day and age, we can all take a page from that book.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And you know what? I was thinking while you were talking, you just like, you looked at me in my eyes and just injected this like brain blast that just like,
Oh, like an Ochi.
it shot my astral form out of my body like,
Oh.
and then sucked me back in.
Sick. Wait.
Is this another one of your poems?
So I'm gonna read you a poem.
No.
So I
I'm
wrote
just
you
kidding.
a poem.
Actually, so you're gonna like this. I think.
Okay.
Going to what we were talking about as far as like commercializing A24, right? Looking back at all the tropes of this film and all the ways that it felt very familiar, maybe not like groundbreaking in that way, but still very cozy in a lot of different aspects. Maybe that's what they were trying to achieve in this film, was creating an original film that somehow was still like IP that we all know and love, combining a lot of elements of that into originality, redefining originality in that way.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
just using like, you know, like the Goonies and then like revitalizing that.
Yeah,
into-
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
It seems like a nod, like a fan of that fantasy 90s era, like took all their favorite stuff and just was like, I like that floaty music, mystical, whimsical music. Like I like the green hills and the fog, like the super heavy fog and the crazy halation and
Yeah, there is some like Ewok nostalgia in this movie.
yeah.
It was a dream, honestly.
Well, something that made it so good for me that I realized early was like we saw in the credits they had real animatronics, but there definitely wasn't all animatronic, and they made the CG look like an animatronic. Like the way it moved was not trying to be real; it was trying to look like old filmmaking with animatronics.
Yeah.
And I accepted that so fast, like that's dope. Like
Yeah.
they leaned into that. and it still has that kind of like
A little jittery.
almost like claymation kind of
Yeah.
feel to it, where it's like keyframed almost, but and like almost off speed, like frame rate, off the frame rate. But
it's interesting that it's refreshing to see something that's a little more raw like that, that's not perfect, when most of the movies that are being put out these days, especially that have a lot of heavy CG, they're trying to make every frame look perfect.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Didn't see it.
Me either.
like the like the Lilo and Stitch trailer, where it's like Stitch looks super like they do a lot of squash stretch with him and stuff, where it makes him look like a cartoon character instead of a real thing. And the animatronics, you get that uncanniness in their movement and stuff. But I mean, his eyes and stuff were so good that it like wasn't uncanny.
Yeah, even like the there was some drinking with this puppet.
Oh yeah, the milk.
Like, yeah, the milk. Okay, she was just pouring that milk. That thing was just guzzling
a little milk monster.
But also, they did a good job when they were at the pond and they were like drinking. I was watching real close. I was like, give me something. Give me something that I can be like, oh, that's not that. You didn't nail that. I mean, they did a good job. Like, angle wise, like, you know, they had him kind of lapping at the water, and I was like, I thought to myself, nice.
Yeah.
There were 2 shots in this movie that almost made me cry in 2 very different ways.
Well, one is Willem Dafoe's cock.
Okay, 3 shots in this film. No, the first one, like on a serious note, when in the very beginning they're having the Ochi battle, right?
Yeah.
And then that last Ochi is like fleeing away, jumping through the trees.
That was a great shot.
I loved the choice of lighting. Like, it was so dark and underexposed that for a second you're like, what am I looking at? And your eyes kind of have to adjust to the frame. But then the closer it gets to the moon, and it's just like so big and beautiful. Like, that was such a majestic shot.
Yeah.
And then into the darkness of the trees.
Yeah. Like when Ochi's ripping through the trees, you get that sweet, like it's not a still, but it's just like a couple frames where, like, you know, Ochi's like extended, but there's like the backdrop of like the reflection of the moon on the sea, and you see his silhouette. Like, through. Man, that's fun.
Yeah, I genuinely like got emotional. Like, I had to take my glasses off a little bit and like do a little wipe.
Man.
But yeah, I know, dude.
Maybe it's because I was like just slurping panda for the first part, but it took me a minute to like get attached, and then after that, I was like,
that's so funny because I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, I'm connecting to this so hard right now, and I was like, there's no way Kellen's connecting right now because you just had such a like strong bond to your panda.
Yeah,
I was so hungry.
You're making
that
love.
intro was sick.
God.
The intro was
well,
I loved
it. Almost
it.
felt like there were 2 intros. There was like the voiceover one, then it got into the hunt, and then it gave you the title sequence the title sequence.
Yeah, that was like the prologue.
But it was like 2 prologues. It was like a
prologue,
backstory,
and then like, you know, intro.
night before the story.
Can I tell you guys the second shot that almost made me cry?
Hold on. I was getting somewhere.
My bad.
Yeah,
Don't
please be
interrupt,
respectful.
Michael.
Well, hold on, mister.
Actually,
Michael. The fire in the beginning. With the Ochi standing in front of it.
Oh,
So sick. And then like the zoom in to like his stare.
Yeah.
Oh man. What a
that was the
treat.
mom.
Yeah, the mom,
stare.
Her stare.
But they're all Ochi, so it's okay.
Just misgendered.
Whoa.
Hey,
you don't
man.
know if they're
Ochi, so they all look the same.
Will, dude.
You didn't watch it give birth.
Oh
you could be
my
the
God.
dad.
Did you just misgender a fictional puppet?
Did you see the hog on Ochi's mom?
It's too far.
I did on the cake painting.
Sorry, guys. But this is a good segue into the second shot that made me cry.
Let's hear it.
I almost cried laughing when What's her name? Emily. Oh my God, why am I blanking on her name?
Emily Stone.
Emily Stone. That
Emily
almost
Blunt.
sounds right.
Emily
It's not.
Watson?
Emily Watson.
Emily Watson.
Dude, you get a gold star.
Thanks.
Nice. I
when-
knew it. I just didn't want to tell you.
When she like lights up the cave and is looking at all of the like hieroglyphics on the wall, and there's like a stick figure with a dick.
Yeah.
It just so clearly has a dick. That made me laugh so hard.
Awesome.
It's just like the little details like that.
I laughed a lot. There's a lot
Yeah.
of little jokes that they just threw in there for no reason at
Yeah.
all. But it's
Yeah.
like, okay. Like,
There's one line that I
Yeah.
really like. I love a lot of things. Pretty much everything from Willem Dafoe. His delivery was exceptional. Also, like the writing for his character was really fun. As I mentioned prior, not in Kubla Khan. But there was one line: the exchange between Yuri and
Finn Wolfhard.
Wolfhard.
I don't know.
Is that his actual last name?
I don't know.
Wolfhard.
Wolfhard.
Yeah, Stranger Things kid, all grown up.
Mm-hmm.
When he has the rifle pointed at her as she's sitting in her window with baby Ochi on her back. The exchange was so simple between them. He's like, "What is this?" She's like, "Don't be a drama queen."
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
it was so weighty with the pauses, but like that was funny, right? And then his response, like, I don't know, like something like probably don't do this, you know?
yeah.
But then what she said in response to that was like, "You're only nice when no one's around."
Mm.
And like I already got that from his character. Like he's a kiss ass to a guy who isn't even his dad.
Yeah.
And is like taking her place.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically acting as that like type of bird that like, you know, gets raised in a nest with like, you know, little baby chicks that aren't its species.
Mm-hmm.
You know, parasitic. But that was a fun line. It was powerful.
Well, I feel like there's kind of a parallel with that line later in the movie where her dad is also nicer when no one else is around.
That's true.
Right? Because his little squad of incels are rowboating into the cave while he's stuck in there just with his daughter and the little Ochi. And that is the moment he opens up. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
That knife wasn't from my dad.
Oh, yeah.
At a gas station.
bought it at a gas station.
That was a funny line.
thought it would be cool. That was really funny.
And then she's like, "That's so stupid, Dad." Like, I love her lines because they feel like, you know, a 10-year-old, 12-year-old kid would say something like that. Like,
Yeah.
like the note she left, like, "I'm cool and you're not," or whatever. Like, goodbye. Like,
And it has so much impact on him. He's like, he's reading out loud, like, oh. Yeah,
to the death metal.
They kidnapped her.
the theater from these actors was so fun.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's how I feel about, like, every film Willem Dafoe is in.
Yeah.
It's like, he treats it as though he's, like, doing a play. It's like, yeah, I'm doing a show. Like, it doesn't matter if it sucks. I'm going to act my heart out and give a performance because it lasts in that moment. Right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
And it works a lot.
Yeah, he projects a lot in this movie, and it's sick. It reminded me a lot of The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
He's playing a similar character.
Why'd you spill your beans, Ochi?
You're fond of me, lobster, aren't you?
That would be a sick collab. A black and white Ochi.
Oh.
Yeah.
In Maine.
It's Willem Dafoe. Like, you're fond of me, lobster, Ochi. And Ochi's just like, the thunder.
Dave, you already got the impression down. That's
I know, this guy.
He was learning the language while the mom.
Dude, before we even had
Bug.
subtitles, I was just like, I get it. There are a lot of slurs thrown around by the Ochi, let me tell you.
I know, they did not translate those.
Oh, that's for a good reason.
What else stuck out to you guys? Is there anything else?
Location.
I mean, yeah.
Dude,
And the sets.
Fucking
Yeah.
beautiful.
so beautiful.
You can't get better than that.
Can I Google?
I don't think.
Some of those
I gotta
like,
Google where that was
cave
shot.
sets. and
Dude, it
stuff.
had to be like Iceland or like Switzerland, maybe a mixture. Like the mountain ranges in that film.
So Legend of Ochi was filmed entirely in Romania, specifically in Transylvania, including the Apuseni Mountains, Belia Lake, and the Transfagarasen Road.
Oh no! We have to bleep that. Oh no! What? Wow! What
Dude,
a
what a
word!
name, dude.
What a word!
Wow.
We need to screenshot that and put it on here so people know you weren't saying a slur.
Don't cancel me, don't cancel me, don't cancel me. No.
Yeah, it was
But yeah, Transylvania. Awesome.
Yeah.
It was made by Castel Film Studios. Oh wait. Well, this is the studio that they worked with, I guess.
Yeah, it was a very beautiful film.
Oh yeah.
Something that gets me going in a film is good fog.
Oh,
And this movie had a lot of good fog.
Dense
dude. I mean, that's some nostalgic fog.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, give me some examples of nostalgic fog. Star Wars, right?
Sure.
Training in the Swamps. Never-ending story.
Lord of the Rings.
The first scene in the first Star Wars 2 with Darth Vader. Like your introduction to
Oh.
Darth
I just feel like they
Vader,
used to
some
just
Yeah.
use fog
steam.
machines on everything back then.
Blade Runner.
Swamp, I'm talking about swamp fog. Like swamp fog
Some,
with that
Yeah.
like soft, like
Yeah.
I just feel like
film.
that it was such a staple, like in outdoor night scenes. Night specifically, maybe because it reflects light or something. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but always fog.
There was a lot of like time of day was very intentional and specific in this. There was a lot of night and a lot of like sunset and like I don't know. There's maybe less than a third of the film shot in the day. it
Well, they
felt
also
like.
had like good tree
maybe
cover.
like
a lot
1/8
of,
of it was shot in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
We should build an Excel spreadsheet.
They're like
The ratio of the times of day that it's
I'm kind of down.
I was gonna
'cause
say,
it's
yeah.
interesting.
It is interesting. I agree.
they really committed to letting a lot of the frames be pitch black, like completely crushed
Yeah.
black. It's like there's that one with the hole. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel, and the rest. But like pitch black. Like you can't see anything.
No.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of frames where it's just pitch black for most of the frame, and you just go.
I like
some little
I like
detail.
the shot where she's walking into the cave. Like she's on the shore inside the cave. And like the bottom of the shore is barely exposed. Like there's like a little light leak in there. And then she's just like walking up into the darkness. It's always so mysterious and effective.
Yeah.
There's that one shot that you and I both looked at each other. We were like, "Whoa!" It was like, and I don't know if that's what we're both thinking of, but it was like kind of a view into the cave, but like there was no light on anything except for like moisture. So all the light that you could see
with the bat.
With
yeah,
the bat.
with the bat.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
could kind of make out the silhouette of the bat, but everything else around it was like reflected light.
Yeah.
It
From
was
the
crazy.
moisture.
I thought
That
I was
a
staring at like the
shot.
fourth dimension, like
You know
through
what?
the rock
Yeah.
at the bat. That was really
That
weird.
was kind of a mind.
Yeah, I
fuck.
kind of want to screenshot that and like dissect it because I did not know what I was looking at for half that time it was up there.
Yeah.
That reminds me, this would be an incredible movie on psychedelics.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is like a
It's so
deadhead
cold.
Oh my god.
movie.
This is who this film is for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys busy next weekend? Or?
Oh well, shoot.
I feel like this would be a spiritual experience to watch this movie.
Dude, we would probably be better people coming out on the other side of that.
I think so.
That's a good.
This will cure us.
Of our
So you asked me
misdeeds.
about my favorite stoner movie a few podcasts.
Oh yeah,
This is
you
my-
have one now.
Yeah, it's this
Ooh.
one.
This one.
Yeah.
This. Yeah.
I think
this
Ochi was stoned.
I mean,
No.
I got a little under the influence
Yeah.
before this episode.
Oh sure.
and I'm glad I did.
Me too.
And I'll say it.
Uh-oh.
I'll say it, guys. I know where you think I'm going, but I'm not going there.
Our
Don't
producer
worry.
is trying to wave us off.
I'll say it, guys. The Ochi. No. I think that this is a better stoner movie than Inherent Vice because we're able to talk about it.
And it's still a little absurd.
It is. It's absurd, but I mean, fuck. Inherent Vice is so beautiful to look at, but you walk out of that experience not really retaining anything.
I don't know. This
from
might
it.
be one of the most beautiful movies, like cohesively as a whole, that I've seen, at least in a really long time.
I think visually, I would agree.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like shot for shot ratio, like just bangers upon bangers.
Insane.
Like,
yeah.
from set design to camera to film to everything.
Did you see
I
The
think-
Brutalist? Oh, sorry.
No.
I was going to say, continuing along this train of thought, gentlemen.
Yes.
If I was like past the point of no return, I would probably mute this film, put on Depression Cherry.
Oh,
It's only an hour and 35
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
runtime.
Dude, do you
And-
think this movie syncs up with Depression Cherry?
Something tells me
The way that the Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon do?
something tells me that it does.
We need to test this out.
Okay. Do you have a record? Because we might have to play it backwards.
I do have Depression Cherry on vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week.
These guys were ripping on my music taste last week.
No,
but
Michael.
now,
It's
you
just.
I didn't say nothing, but I
know.
wasn't here.
Well, I know you thought it.
And I saw that reel earlier, and you were like, I agree wholeheartedly. His music sounds like beep boop. Beep, boop.
Well, I just
That one
want
was
to
so
clarify.
funny.
You have exceptional music taste.
Thank you. You
But
do
it's-
too, man. You do
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah.
It's so good that it has. It's like art, you know. Like art. Art is like so refined that like really, really fine abstract or contemporary art is just kind of nonsense. But to the people that truly understand it, they're like they see it and they get it.
Is it that?
You just have to truly understand it. That's the key.
Is that what it is, though? Is that what it
No.
is? Or am I
No.
just chasing the dragon?
No, I think you're just maybe a little autistic.
It's like
I think I'm chasing the
Yeah.
dragon. I think, I found some really good stuff. And then when you show it to your buddy or something and they click with it, that rush,
yeah.
that feeling of validation that you
When
get.
you're
That
playing-
shared experience.
I need to continue finding indie music that's obscure and my friends don't know, so they accept me.
100%. When you're in the
Michael,
car on the
I'm
aux.
always going to accept you.
No. You accept me because I've been doing the work. I've
Michael,
been putting in the reps.
That's not what unconditional love means, dude.
It is unconditional.
We have unconditional love.
Yeah, man.
Dap me up, brother. Oh, that was such a
Oh,
bad
so
dap.
Do it again.
Such a
Do
bad
it again.
Yes. There we go.
That was solid.
You want to try one? Good aim.
Yeah.
Not.
Oh my god!
William. Oh
That's what it's
my
all
God.
about, man. Because when you're at the bottom of that hole digging and you got no diamonds,
Can you
don't
please-
know what you're missing out on if you don't keep digging.
Can you please edit like a white flash?
And then the tinnitus noise.
Just like a mushroom cloud.
Yeah, a shockwave.
I'm sad that Max and Sean couldn't watch this one.
Dude,
with
this
us.
is a
Rest in
Sean
peace.
movie.
They, don't say that.
Why?
No, not you, not you.
What'd he say?
No. He said rest in peace.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I guess our viewers have no idea. They have no context for the.
They're still alive.
They've sadly passed away.
No, they did not.
On the way to this
They'll
podcast.
live on in our hearts and memories, though, and we'll superimpose them right there. It's just CGI that.
Guys, you're back. Like,
Here they are. Just throw ashes on it.
Your Pokeball.
But I'm glad that I was able to see it with you too.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a
Me
fun little experience.
I'll
It was
probably
a
watch
nice,
that.
refreshing movie.
In the future.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
like
watch
a
that again for
Cozy movie.
I'm gonna show my kid this movie.
sure.
Like, this is a movie I leave them with. You know,
Yeah.
like if I got shit to do, I'd be like, all right, check this out. And this is the movie they grow up on.
This is an exceptional Netflix and chill type.
Yeah,
of movie.
yeah. No, as I said, if I ever meet a girl, what was they will be seeing this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every single girl.
What did you say?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like on Blu-ray, ready to go in a DVD player.
Yeah,
So it's just like,
Yeah.
don't even worry
Oh,
about it.
man.
See, your Xbox, if it's in your Xbox, it's already on.
Yeah.
The TV is just off. So that when you walk in through the front door, you turn on the TV, it's already set.
Yeah, yeah.
What's this?
It's Farm and Chill, baby.
Farm to chill.
Farm and Smash.
For those of you who don't live where we do, which I'm not going to dox us, maybe this is going to dox us.
Well,
but
they're just going to Google it.
yeah, fuck.
Forget it.
They're going to look up the IP address that this YouTube video came from. I'm not even going to explain that. That's just an inside joke.
So,
No. On topic, Kellen.
So anyway,
no more poems.
This movie, this is my favorite kind of movie in the way that they had a vision and they just leaned all the way into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's where my enjoyment comes from with movies lately, is like, they have a style and it's like, you know, it's not original, but it's original to right now.
Yeah.
And
It's
they
intention.
executed it well.
Yeah.
And they do it confidently. It's not like,
Yeah.
not like half, 1 foot in type of filmmaking where they're like, well, I just feel like so many movies right now are like trying to play it safe while having like an edgy premise, but it like falls flat half the time. And
Yeah.
this is just not one of those.
I think the key here is how simple the narrative is, allows them as filmmakers to really do whatever they want visually,
Yeah.
because I feel like stylistically you could make this movie in a bunch of different ways.
Well, Michael, that was a really interesting, insightful observation that you had about the
I
Cuban
hate
Missile
this guy
Crisis.
so much.
I mean, I agree. I think the situation in Yemen can be improved, but that's neither here nor there.
Listen, guys, we're human. Our camera lost battery, and this is a cut. This is a blatant cut. We tried our hardest, and we failed.
Let's be
You
honest.
should have leaned into it that you just had like an hour-long deal.
And I had to like completely take it out of the podcast.
No, it just like got corrupted and
Oh yeah.
you lost the
I should have
secret of
just
the
put
universe.
like a
or
title
something.
card at the end. This footage was lost in a
No,
fire.
I mean the cut, like the footage in between.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah,
Well, now we got all
and
this
your
good
whole
stuff.
and
Yeah.
you solved the issue in
Yeah.
Yemen.
Yes.
Dude, that's
gonna solve it.
insensitive.
We're gonna solve it. Great movie.
Great movie.
Great time. Fun
Yep.
time.
To cap on it all, the theme of this movie was loss.
Yes.
And this movie reminded us what we have lost in film history in nostalgic days like the 90s. Ah, God, it smells delicious.
So good.
I smelled this movie for sure. It smelled like something.
It smells like
What did
okra.
it smell like to you?
Wintergreen,
Pine trees, mulch,
yeah, definitely mulch and grass.
but like in an earthy good way. Like clean air.
yeah,
Moss.
It's like you know that things
Teak
are
wood.
alive around you.
yeah, like filtered water.
Yeah. What do you think the Ochis smelled like?
Probably like ass, dude.
It probably
It
smells
probably
like it.
smelled so fucking bad.
I mean, they got water
Fucking
right there. They
donkey
clean a
dick.
lot.
Yeah, all the deleted scenes are of Yuri carrying the Ochi and just
Yeah.
oh my god.
Horrible.
Well, I think we should put a ribbon on it. This was a fun time. Very fun movie. Glad we saw it.
Fun pod.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this movie, at this very moment, would definitely be on my top of the year.
For sure.
I think just stylistically, like, it's just so fun to look at, you know?
And it's criminally underrepresented. If you're still watching thus far, go check out Legend of Ochi.
Yeah,
It's
go watch
fun.
it.
It's a fun movie.
Very fun
It's
movie.
worthy of your time.
Next week, we're going to watch another movie that seems pretty fun. I'm very excited about it.
Uh-oh, what's it going to be?
That is The Surfer with Nicolas
dude.
Cage. I've been waiting for this one. Heard great things.
Nick goes surfing?
Oh, yeah. And
Oh,
he eats
yeah.
like a tarantula or something.
Whoa.
in this
Oh,
movie.
he does
I don't
more
know.
than surf, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, if you're still here and you like our podcast, please subscribe. Tell a friend that likes movies to check us out, you know? I think we're having a fun time. I hope you guys are having a fun time.
As soon as this podcast is over, I'm ripping off the mic. This is bullshit. Fucking hell. Borrowing my gear or something. I can't get this thing off of me.
Follow us on Instagram at Boys Meet Film. You can follow me on Letterboxd at mschnee, and you can follow this guy on
Chill Ass
Letterboxd
Will.
at what?
Chill Ass Will.
Chill Ass
I gotta
Will.
give this one a review.
I got to get a letterbox.
This guy says that
You would have
every
fun.
week.
My Instagram is set to private.
Nope.
Don't follow me.
Anyways, have a great week, guys. Later.